Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem, where this time we will hopefully be beating the first level again. Sorry about last time. Once again, I am going to hide Ike in the middle this time so that he doesn't get killed. You see, Ike is one of these characters who will end the game if he is killed. Most of them won't, most of them will just go and patiently die, but yeah. Unfortunately, Ike is not one of those, so I have to kind of protect him. So we'll see whether this guy can reach. Right. Only this enemy is capable of hitting my healer, so I'll go and place Titania next to him and hopefully kill him. Yeah, because this is going to be a mainly battle episode, I thought I'd, you know, have a bit of chat with you guys about just general stuff, because I know it's nice for Let's Players to have a bit of a personality to them. Well, I've just come back from an awards ceremony at my college, at which I was awarded an attendance award. Hooray! And so that's rather good. Sean, who is my girlfriend and also works for Cube Gamers, won the attendance award and also the effort award, and she was also the second place nominee for Student of the Year. So she is a nerd, but she is a great nerd, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is going to be mainly battle, so I might as well have a bit of chat to you. In gaming news, I don't know if you've been following anything to do with EA, but they got voted the most evil company in the US by the Consumerist magazine, which I thought was a rather ridiculous decision considering how many evil companies there are in America. But yeah, it's a bit of a silly rant for me to go on, but still one I felt I should be self-righteous about. I also got a new phone, and I know this is one of the least interesting things I could tell you, but I thought you might find it somewhat interesting because it's the HTC One S, which is probably the newest phone I could have got. It's only a few weeks old. It's rather good so far. I've been just playing around with some of the apps I can get on it and things. Obviously, I had an Android phone before, so it's nothing spectacular to me. But I'm enjoying it so far, and hopefully it'll keep working in future. I know my old Xperia X10 had a few problems with it, but you know, nothing too serious with this one so far. Although granted, I've only had it a few weeks. Over the summer, we're planning on doing a gaming quiz for fans of Cube Gamers, and obviously it's going to be mainly for people that know us in real life, which if you're watching this video, hi, you should come along to this quiz. But if you don't know us in real life, we are thinking that it might be a good idea to sort of post the quiz online, see how everyone gets on with it, see if you will all get some of the answers right, hopefully. I mean, but yeah, it's fun. Nice to show off your gaming trivia. I know it's something I enjoy doing, so you know, maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, but you know, hopefully it'll be a good experience for you to flex your gaming knowledge, I guess. Let's take out this archer. Yes, it's one of the few battles we've fought so far which hasn't been mostly taken up by dialogue, which is probably a good thing because you know, it detracts from the appeal of the video if you're having to sit there listening to me reading out dialogue dispassionately. I'm going to try and do my voices and things, but not into that whole exuberant Let's Player thing, so I tend to leave it out. But you know, if you'd like me to do more, I guess I could be a bit more silly about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to that necessarily. We are looking at starting a new Let's Play this summer, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles on GameCube, which hopefully if we get around to doing it, should be very fun. Obviously, we might need 4 people for it, but you know, we know 4 people, just about between us, you know, sum total of our friends. Right, now let's see how these enemies do. Oh, you're going to attack my archer again. Oh, how predictable. That didn't do much. Yeah, I was playing Fire Emblem Sacred Stones on the Game Boy Advance. Well, not actually on the Game Boy Advance. I was playing it as one of my 3DS ambassador games that obviously I have on my 3DS, and that was actually rather enjoyable. Not as graphically advanced as this one, obviously, but you know, nonetheless, rather entertaining. So I definitely recommend that. If you get the chance to play a Fire Emblem game, I'd probably start with either that one or this one. You know, maybe Radiant Dawn on the Wii if you feel up to it. But I'd recommend the series. Yeah, they're quite fun. They're quite, you know, they're your typical turn-based combat thing. But I don't know. They're quite. There's something to them. They're very compelling in how they handle their mechanics. It's very easy to get sucked into the whole battle system, really. But you might think Soren is a girl like me, so that would be unfortunate. Not that Soren's a real person. I doubt he'll get offended. Oh, you can zoom in and out. Didn't know that. But yes, anyway, before I get too distracted, I'm gonna shoot this soldier with my sniper, and then take out the other one with my mage, because I'm a genius. If you just heard a skip in the audio there, it's because I got shouted at to say someone was going. But yes, I apologise for that little gap in my talking. Not that I'm sure you'll mind any shutting up that I do. Yes, I apologise if this is visually dull, but you know, has to be done. I'm not going to skip out on content for you, so yeah, suck it up, basically. No, it's rather good, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know really what else to say to you. I mean, if you're watching this far into the video, what have you been playing recently? Yeah, go on and leave a comment. I'll tell you what I think. And, you know, you may even convince me to play something. Because I know I've been looking at playing a game called Nation Red, which I found on Steam for £1.59, which is stupidly cheap. So it's like just under $3 in America, or you know, like €2 or something. It's yeah, it's a zombie shooter. It's a top-down 3D zombie shooter, and features multiplayer, but it's sort of like it kind of crosses genres with tower defense a little bit. It's very well presented, very nice looking, and also very cheap. I think its standard price is £5, so I'd still heartily recommend it, even if it wasn't 80% off. Well, if it's 80% off, that means it costs £8 usually. It's still not bad. Yeah, it's still very good. Yeah, I don't know if you're into your zombies. I know Sean's scared of zombies, which I guess is understandable with the whole Uncanny Valley thing, but, you know, zombies aren't always scary, folks. They're just like you and me. Ghouls are people too. Oh, Titania's got a weapon level up. Yes, if you didn't know, there's a mechanic in this game by which you can level up your weapon skills, and most people start with it on like a C or a B, but as you fight more and more with each specific type of weapon, you get more and more skilled with it. And some weapon classes can't fight with some types of weapons, but what often happens is when you level up a tier, you can choose which of the 3 types of weapons you can't use. So I've ended up with horseback archers before and things. It's rather an interesting mechanic. Lets you mix up your team a little bit. I do find in this game there's a real lack of archers. I think there's Shinon, and then there's another guy who I can't remember the name of, who got kidnapped in 2 videos ago. But yeah, that's rather. Is it really? I think. I mean, actually, I haven't beaten this game, so there may be more later. But I'm pretty far in. I'm on about mission 17, and I'm not really seeing too many ranged units. Obviously, you've got the mages, but generally they're not doing too much either. So it'd be nice to have some more ranged units. And I think once maybe I level up a few tiers of my characters, I might get a few more. If you've been watching Phil's Tech-It videos, which you really ought to because they're rather good, and he's got rid of the pumpkin head now, which is wonderful. you ought to go and watch that because it actually is pretty fun, but also because I'm going to be trying and making an appearance on it from now on, depending on how long the series carries on for, of course. But if it's, you know, if it's over, then screw you, Phil. I wanted to be a part of that, but I've been unable to take part because of various scheduling issues. I mean, they normally record on a weekend, like on a Saturday night or a Sunday night, where I'm either at work or doing college work. Especially with exams coming up, I've got my A-level exams, well, AS level exams, during this month. My first one is next Tuesday, which I'm not terribly terrified about. I'm obviously a bit apprehensive, but it's media, and I'm not doing too terribly in media, so I don't see why it would be too terrible. But then I've got sociology, my retake, which I kind of have to do well in because, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I got a U on my first exam. Anyway, I fought the Crimean army before. The Royal Guard has some skill, but the rest are a poor joke. Which will you prove to be? Perhaps you'll offer me some entertainment after all. If you attacked us because you thought we were with the Crimean army, you made a mistake. I left my post years ago, and now I'm nothing more than a common mercenary. That means nothing to me. You're not a Dayan, you're not armed. Oh yeah, you're armed and you're here. It's our job to destroy you. Simple, wouldn't you say? Come, dog, prepare yourself. I'd just as soon avoid this bloodshed, but that seems unlikely. If that's the way it is, I'll not hold back. Oh yeah, she's probably going to take him out in one turn, so it should be interesting. Oh, apparently not. It's not like he did any meaningful damage to her, because no enemy ever does, but didn't manage to wipe him out in one hit, which makes him probably the toughest enemy we've seen so far. Level 3 Paladin, upgrading strength, skill, speed, and defense, which is a very useful set of skills to have in this game. Particularly the strength, since Titania seems pretty much impervious to damage anyway. Go on, let's move my knight over, take a bit of pressure off Titania. Plus I need to level some of them up. Who shall we heal? I'm going to go heal Shannon. And then Shannon can go over and shoot some of the enemies. Gain some experience. God knows we need it. You know, the problem of using Titania for all these battles is that you do become reliant on her, and it does get a bit difficult to fight with your other units sometimes. So yeah, I'm going to move him over. Then we do some damage. Ike's not fought at all this map, so hopefully get some of that in. Come on, enemies. Oh, arrow fight. Their first ranged fight we've seen, I think. I think Shannon's going to win. Higher HP, higher damage. Yeah, I thought so. That was embarrassing. Oh, critical hit. Yep. These Dayan soldiers don't seem too hard. It makes me wonder what the Crimean army's like if they're getting their asses kicked. Yeah, so I'm just being silly and rambling now, so this episode should end soon, so you won't have to listen to me be like that anymore. See, this is what annoys me about this game, where Ike takes like half a health bar of damage. God hopes he doesn't die. Oh no, no, come on, don't kill him. See, it's oh, that's fine. Oh, I'm not worrying about that. 3 damage. On the Game Boy Advance one, Sacred Stones, that I was playing, it shows you the damage that an enemy will do if they hit you, which is an incredibly useful feature, and one that I wish this game did, because lets you know whether you're going to die or not, basically. Not that it helps you if you do, it's just it's interesting to know and have some sort of inclination of when you're going to get the game over. But I'm very proud of the fact that other than Ike, I've not lost a character yet this series. Obviously Ike I had to restart, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to continue. But yeah, I'm not doing too badly. I'm choosing to wipe out all the enemies on the map, simply for experience purposes, so I'm sorry if this is a bit of a repetitive grind, but I want to level up my characters. Makes things quicker for you in the long run, think of it that way, because I don't have to grind as much in later levels when it gets more interesting. There's actually more combat. Right, let's see, let's take him out with Ike, because he can't fight back. Oh, yeah, I'll use a steel sword. Save my regal sword for later. It lasts quite a few battles, and it's rather good. Yep, take him out. That was easy. upgraded Ike to a level 4 ranger, upgraded his HP, skill, speed and defense. Again, very useful skill to have. Speed governs who moves first in any given battle, so it's obviously going to be something people will want to have. We now have only the boss to take out, and Titania should take care of that very handily. So, I guess I'll say preliminary goodbyes, because I'm going to have to read through all the post-match dialogue, but blah 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 blah, you'll regret your decision till post-day and blah 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 blah. But yeah, thank you for watching so far. I'm very glad if you followed me through all 6 episodes, despite my 2 massive failings. But yeah, I will join you next week for episode 7, which will be mission 5. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So, preliminary goodbye, actual goodbye in a few minutes. I'll throw away the javelin, don't need it. Did we suffer any casualties? Any wounded or dead? No. Excellent, well done. I don't know, taking out these Dayan soldiers may have been a bad move. Hey Shannon, what are you doing? This swine's got some nice weapons, besides he ain't gonna complain. He won't need them where he's going. Shannon! Get a hold of yourself, we can't afford such behaviour right now. Steal from the dead on your own time. What, you judgmental little... Seren, Shannon, stop this at once. There is no places for us to waste time bickering amongst ourselves. Let's clear out of here. I have to tell the commander what happened. Let's take this road. We should be able to cut through the forest and... Huh? Something wrong? No, as I said, this road... Wait, Ike, I just saw something move on the far side of that thicket. A wounded soldier, perhaps? Let's go have a look. Careful now. Oh no. Did you find anything, Reese? It's a woman. Leave her. We shouldn't get involved in matters that don't concern us. Ooh. Thank goodness. It looks like she's merely fainted. Right, we better take her with us for now and make sure she's alright. Give me a hand, will you, Reese? Of course. I don't like this. Oh, maybe she's a spy. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, this concludes Chapter 4 of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.